So I've just received this wonderful box from my favourite place. I know I've said this before, I just love this place. This is Spiffy, which is online, and they do the most wonderful items which are fabulous for looking after yourself. And I think at the moment it's really important that we have things around us and read things and watch things that are really engaging our brain in a positive way, as opposed to getting caught up in the rabbit hole of what's going on in the world right now. So this box, it arrived this morning. Oh, I know, but out of all these things, we used a couple of these things the other day. We used the because I love myself, 3 reasons why you love yourself, which went down really well. 3 good things that happened today. Again, it's really easy to focus on the fact that, you know, we went to the supermarket and they didn't have this, that and the other, or it's absolutely bouncing down, it's grey, or we can't go out to the cinema. It's really easy. It's things that I, to be honest, if I'm not careful, I catch myself doing. But what I want us to do is focus on some of the positive things. Look at the things we're able to do while we're staying indoors, if we have to stay indoors, because it's a mindset. We can either think to ourselves, right, that's it, we're going to have to stay in, and it becomes really negative. Or you can think to yourself, right, okay, what am I going to do with myself here, and schedule some things in. But make sure you schedule things in for you that you might not normally get a chance to do, like have a rest, have a read, or, as we were talking about in class yesterday, get that wardrobe emptied, do that drawer that you've been talking about, paint that wall. Obviously it's got to work in your world, but let's go into this with a different mindset. Now, I got these cards this morning. They are so beautiful. These were from Spiffy, and I just thought these are really pretty. So I just wanted to get a couple of these out. And they're different cards, and the idea is that you just get some ideas off them. But look how beautiful these are. Anybody who's been in my classes recently knows that we're looking at self-love. How can we look after ourselves? Kindness to ourselves, kindness to others. So I just wanted to show you some of these little cards. Firstly, so pretty. Again, anybody who knows me, really important, pretty things. But look at this. Where we go, sorry, getting in focus. Put yourself at the top of your to-do list every single day. Oh my gosh, how often do we just not do that? So there's that one. What else do we have? Oh, slow down, everything can wait. It's true, you get up in the morning and sometimes I'm absolutely shattered before I've even got out of bed, because I'm thinking to myself of all the things I need to do. So I work late on a Wednesday evening, so I wake up on a Wednesday morning shattered because I'm thinking I've got to preserve all my energy. But what happens sometimes is I end up then doing nothing all day, which is nice because I talk about looking after yourself and making sure I've got the energy for the evening class. But actually I think that's a little bit of a habit. I could be doing things like I'm doing now, being productive with my time, being able to speak to people in a different way, and hopefully helping to just raise that positivity a little bit. We've got so many choices at the moment of what to do with this situation. And is it a little bit scary? Yeah, I have my moments. But do I dwell on it? No, I don't. Because do I look after myself? Yes, I do. Do I wash my hands? Absolutely. Do I make sure when we're in classes that, you know, when the classes are still on, that we're being sensible about it? Though I am of the opinion that I am too old to elbow bump, but I will do it. It's fine. I can live with that. But I just think it's about a change in how we think around this whole situation. But of course, being really mindful of people that are struggling with this. And have underlying health issues. Let's show that empathy to them. Let's give them that support. But also, let's show kindness to people. If you are in the supermarket and you are at the checkout, thank them. You know, smile at them, thank them. The lady I was with on Monday, Lord love her, must have looked up, and that queue was down the aisles. It was worse than like the Christmas. It was worse than Christmas. And I just think, just smile at them, thank them for being there, because without them the queues would be longer. And what we're actually doing there is, instead of joining in the mourning that's around us, we can't get the loo roll, there's no pasta, there's no whatever, look at the queue, oh my gosh, isn't it? But just don't get caught in it. Thanks very much, it's really appreciated you being here today, you're doing a great job. And just make normal talk. Don't get caught in that hype. Don't get caught in that hype. That worry and that fear will naturally be there for us, but let's not make it any bigger. So, oh sorry, I wanted to go back to anybody who knows me, sidetrack, went off on one. I want to show you some more of these cards because they're just too pretty not to show you. Look at this one. This I love. I often, and not only do I often say this, lots of people in my class often say this as well. Treat yourself as if you were your own best friend. If you're debating to go somewhere and you're not too sure, and your gut instinct says, I don't want, actually just stay at home, be a little bit more careful with yourself. If that was your best mate, you'd say to them, absolutely look after yourself. That's what I want to hear for yourself as well, is that language to yourself. Let's have a little look at some others that are in here. What have we got here? Look at that. Give yourself a break. You are amazing. Turn off that negative self-talk. Switch off the TV for a while. Don't pick up a newspaper. Be really careful of who you've got on your social media. Please don't delete me. But be careful who you've got on your social media. Just look who's surrounding you, and if you're having to stay in, and whether that's on your own or you with other people, just make sure you still have a connection to the world, whatever that may be. There's lots of ways of doing that, so whether that's by text, whether that's by phone, whether that is by social media. But again, be really careful you're not surrounding yourself physically or kind of online with people who are just mourning. There's a difference between people worrying. That's absolutely fine. I'll sit and to listen to people who are worrying or got concerns, to people who are just moaning. No need for it. There's enough going on in this world. We have to pull together. Right, what else have we got here? Look at that. Look in the mirror. High five the person looking back at you. In my head now, I have visions of everybody just kind of high five in the mirror. That's just an interesting thought. But again, how often do we thank ourselves and say, well done you, good decision, it's going to be all right? So it's all about that positive self-talk. It's all about saying well done to yourself. It's all about having plans. Let's do a couple more. Where are we? Let's have a look. It's okay to ask for help. How brilliant is that? We often are the people that supply the help for others. We are often the people that are the caregivers that, well, I'll do that for you. And actually, I had a lovely conversation with a lovely friend of mine who said that somebody had offered her some help, and she was really touched by it, but she feels really weird because we're usually the ones doing it. Take it. What you're doing there, do you remember how good it feels when you help someone? That feeling of, I did something nice there. Just that little moment of where you feel good when you've helped someone. That is what you're giving to somebody else by allowing them to help you. Don't take that away from them. So what else do I have in my little goodie box? I love these boxes when they arrive. Oh my Lord. Here we go. So 3 good things that happened to me today. Again, dead easy to go, and there's nothing's good that's happened to me. There's always good things that happen to you. One is you've woke up. I'm not saying the situation you've woke up to is wonderful, but you have woke up. Be grateful for that. Be grateful for the fact that actually you're safe right now. Your family's safe. Be grateful for the fact that you do have family and friends. You might not be able to see them for a little while, but just be grateful that we do have them. I like this one as well. What's bothering you? Better out than in. Write it down, then tear it up, throw it out, and don't give it any more of your energy. Love, 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 love. And this one, look at this, so cute. Where we go, right way around. Reasons I kicked ass today. Love it. So again, this whole, and this for my boy, for my son. Look at that. That is so cool. He'll love that. That'll be something else that I give him, and it'll just end up sitting there. But I love it. And then what else do I have in my little box? Is there anything more? Anything more? It's just like the most exciting thing ever when these boxes arrive. Look at this. I'm going to finish on this one. Now is the perfect time for a little me time. Plan a little vacation, a staycation at home. Go and get the things that, if you're able to in the supermarket, that you're going to enjoy. Get the things, if it means getting a bar of chocolate, get a bar of chocolate. If it means just planning some time where you can do those bits and pieces or nothing at all. If now is the time that you have been wanting to read that book, read that book. If now is the time that you've been wanting to start a project, do a course online, do it. let's all work together and make this as comfortable as we can for each other. Let's keep in touch, let's share comments, let's look at what have you been doing to pass the time, what's been good for you. Let's focus on that. Let's look. I read so many incredible messages, especially from my Wednesday evening class, and they'll know who they are, but I read the most incredible messages of, listen, I'm out today, I'm going to get some milk, who needs some milk? Listen, I've got some loo roll. It's that camaraderie. Let's focus on that, because let's be honest, 3 years of Brexit, we're looking at everybody as still speaking to each other. Let's look at this and look at how we can work together. And I think really the last thing, just to look at this here, look at that, hopes, dreams and wishes for today. Well, my hope is that you're all safe. My dream is that what we do online here will get bigger, and more people will be able to get involved with myself, Nikki Price, and the I Am I Can course. And my wish is that you all stay safe, but you grow every day and you learn to love yourselves and learn to see yourselves as I see you, which are the most incredible, caring, kindest, loving, trustworthy people I've ever had the privilege to meet. So I'm going to try and do this a little bit more often, if that's all right with everybody. Lovely as always to keep in touch. Let me know what you think, and let me know if you want me to do anything in particular. I'm just wondering now, kind of with the classes, if there's any subjects you want me to do. But come on, let's keep our spirits up. We can do this. We're all right. We can do this. See you soon.